trust of this annual meeting. So on behalf of our chairman, Professor Klaus Schwab, managing board, including myself, I would really like to use this opportunity to thank you for your active participation in the World Economic Forum's 54th annual meeting in Davos. This year's meeting came at a critical and complex moment, not only for the world, but for each person in it, something that was also alluded by the panel, also underlining the importance of inclusion. Rising global temperatures, a still fragile economy, and a deteriorating security landscape are challenges that are not bound by borders. They affect us all. There's no longer such a thing as a country, company, or community insulated from global shocks. And when it comes to leveraging opportunities, it is not possible to do so alone. Yet, we know the foundation of cooperation, trust, has been eroding in recent years, which is why this week's meeting on rebuilding trust has been so important. Leaders from around the world, from the public and private sectors, and from across generations, gathered to show what can be achieved by working together. And I'm really heartened to see the impact. The annual meeting hosted 3,000 leaders, including 350 heads of state and governments and ministers. The presence of top government leaders alongside major CEOs across all industries fostered a new spirit of solidarity and cooperation, even among those with differing perspectives. It enabled the forum to continue its tradition of providing a space for diplomacy. More than 80 national security advisors from governments and international organizations met in Davos ahead of the meeting to advance a blueprint for peace, and world leaders voiced their support for President Zelensky and Ukraine. We hosted leaders from across the Middle East with the aim of supporting efforts to lower tensions and advance a path to peace. The forum's Friends of the African Continental Free Trade Area launched the first ever private sector action plan. We convened leaders from the Western Balkans and the EU who reiterated their commitment to a common European future underpinned by regional growth and stability. And the Humanitarian and Resilience Investing Initiative announced over 50 commitments that will boost impact investment and could unlock over 15 billion in frontier markets. The meeting focused on reviving the growth needed to strengthen our economies and societies. The Future of Growth initiative, supported by a new framework that looks beyond GDP growth, will be a 2-year campaign to help policymakers and economists share new ideas and best practices to balance growth with innovation, inclusion, sustainability, and resilience goals. The Trade Tech Global Initiative outlined a vision for the collaborative use of technology for global commerce to unlock trillions in trade. New insights on the future of global fintech chartered a path to resilient and inclusive growth in the industry. And the Future of Industrial Strategies initiative shed light on the opportunities for companies and governments to co-create the next generation of industrial strategies. Participants made significant progress on climate action, nature protection, and energy transition. The First Movers Coalition has grown to almost 100 companies, providing the world's largest demand signal for breakthrough climate technologies in high-emission industry sectors such as steel and cement. And the World Economic Forum's Trillion Trees platform, that I know many of you are very committed to, announced over 100 companies pledging to conserve, restore, and grow 12 billion trees. The forum launched a network to mobilize clean energy investment for the Global South to help unlock an estimated 3 trillion needed for the energy transition. The Global Plastic Action Partnership welcomed Colombia and the Philippines, bringing the network of national action partnerships to 14. Technology, and particularly AI, was top of mind, and participants proposed balancing innovation and protection to ensure responsible development. The AI Governance Alliance announced a new global effort to increase AI access. The Center for the Fourth Industrial Revolution that we have created expanded with new centers in Germany, Vietnam, and Qatar, and intends, amongst others, to launch also now a center in Ukraine, in Kiev. Uplink raised 43 million in funding to help early-stage impact entrepreneurs scale their people and planet-focused ventures. And the Global Collaboration Village, that I hope you all visited, demonstrated the potential of next-generation technology to drive inclusion and sustainability. None of these developments can be advanced without investments in people and equitable opportunities. The Reskilling Revolution initiative announced that it has reached more than 680 million people with opportunities for improving education skills and job opportunities. And the Philippines, Vietnam, and Qatar have joined a growing network of 20 country accelerators focusing on human capital investments. The forum launched a new global gender parity sprint to accelerate economic parity by 2030, engaging 5 industries and 15 country accelerators. The Edison Alliance announced it has improved the lives of 784 million people through 320 initiatives across 127 countries on closing the digital divide. And the Global Alliance for Women's Health announced 42 organizations and have pledged 55 million to improve women's health and outcomes worldwide. And now I have cut 3 pages on the list here of other initiatives. I think the reason why I'm mentioning all this is showing that our annual meeting is also about impact, and it's also about walking the talk. And I'm really proud of what we have achieved in Davos in just a week. It is a proof that cooperation can deliver results. Now is the time, as we look a year ahead, to scale this progress. I look forward to seeing the forum continue to work with all of you on these initiatives throughout the year, so that when we meet again a year from now, we will have made measurable progress on advancing our economic, environmental, and security priorities. At the end, I would also like to thank those that have worked so hard on making this annual meeting a reality. And a special thank to my colleague, Marek Dusek, that is in charge of the annual meeting, and his team doing the programming and the events. Really a big, big thank you. And I would also like to thank all my colleagues at the World Economic Forum that have worked 24/7 in making this happen. It's very rewarding, but I think we're all looking forward to not wake up at 5:30 tomorrow morning. So safe travels back home. And again, big thank you to this excellent panel. Thank you.